Hello everyone, Emily back again, and this is another, but I will get to that later, Warhammer 40k lore. It's pretty late, but I really wanted to get my procrastination out of the way and make another lore video, and as I discussed last time, today I'm going to be talking about the Unification Wars of Terra, and the first emergence of the Emperor, his Thunder Warriors, and his Primarchs. So, let's get into it, shall we? Alright, the Unification Wars deals with, pretty much happened near the end of the Age of Strife, still pretty much in that area, because the Age of Strife is followed by the Great Crusade, and then the Horus Heresy, but we'll get to that later. And it took place around the 27th millennium, and around this time, Terra was just burned out of resources, water, everything. During the Age of Strife, they pretty much do what humans do and nuked each other into a Stone Age. And imagine Mad Max. Mad Max with future guns. That's pretty much what Terra turned into. It turned into what the Emperor would later call techno-barbarian states. And yeah, for a good 100 years, couple hundred years, maybe more, my time's off. They just fought against each other for land and resources. Pretty much the only water was a little chunk of the Pacific Ocean left. But then, pretty much from out of nowhere, came the godlike being called the Emperor of Mankind. A superhuman, unmatched in strength or intelligence. And in his gene labs under the Himalayan mountains, Himalaya, he created the 20 Primarchs. What a Primarch is a demigod. Also superhuman strength and superhuman intelligence. And I will be making a lore video about each and every Primarch except for 2. But I'll get to them later on why I cannot make those videos. Well, I can, but you'll see. And he made the Primarchs to, well, the Emperor knew that he single-handedly couldn't oversee the entire reconquering of all the human worlds. That's pretty much what his goal was, to unite all of the humanity's lost colonies and claim the galaxy as humanity's birthright. But, like, he can't be everywhere at once. He's not the immortal God Emperor yet. And so the Primarchs would be his generals and lead 20 legions of their gene sons, the Astartes, the Space Marines. But through the dark scheming of the ruinous dark gods that live in the warp, the gene labs were compromised, and the Primarchs were jettisoned off into space, and each landed on a very far away human colony world where each would be raised differently. And so pretty much every Primarch is very, very different from the other. And most lore channels will not tell you this, but I will. It was a group of word bearers. Oh, yeah, spoiler alert, yeah. A group of word bearers were sent back in time, and they caused the accident that caused the capsules to be thrown out into space. Oh, and another very unimportant detail, I don't even know why I'm saying this, it's so unimportant. Future Horus Lupercal was there too. Yeah, very unimportant. I'll get to that later. So, you know, any mortal man would let something like your life's work being jettisoned off to space get you down, but not the Emperor. He still had the genetic samples of his Primarchs, and with them, he created the Thunder Warriors. Pretty much the progenitors, the precursors to Space Marines. And these were just giant, unstoppable warriors, at least compared to the Techno-Barbarians. And one by one, using his army of Thunder Warriors, he, through diplomacy or force, reconquered Terra and put it under the Imperial banner. But, unfortunately for the Thunder Warriors, they were not built to last purposefully. They were literally just a means to an end, and the Emperor literally made the genetics flawed, so every once in a while, a Thunder Warrior would just drop dead. And if you believe Imperial propaganda, then the last Thunder Warrior died planting the Imperial flag over the final enemy stronghold of Terra, finally uniting it in the name of the glorious Emperor. But history is very rarely truly that heroic and neat. And the whole deal with the Thunder Warriors and what really happened to them, I'll get to in another time. So, with Terra under the Emperor's rule, the Emperor set out and easily conquered Luna, which was colonized at this time, and then scampered his golden ass to Mars, where, okay, Mars was more than thriving at this time. They were ruled by, well, humanity, but they were the Mechanicum of Mars. And what the Mechanicum are is half machine men. No, that's not really accurate. Pretty much they worship a machine god called the Omnissiah. And they believe to be closer with the Omnissiah, they had to give up flesh and replace it with mechanics. And they were just the best at mechanics. And the Emperor needed that. So, after some quote-unquote negotiating with the Fabricator General, Kelwar Hal, I'm going to make an entire video about the Treaty of Mars, so I'm just skimming over this. The Treaty of Mars was made, granting Mars religious anonymity, and they didn't have to follow the Imperial Creed. Not Creed, the Imperial Truth. And the Imperial Truth is science and reason above everything else, and religion must go. That is a big part of this video I did not discuss. The Emperor believed that religion was the thing that led to humanity's destruction over and over and over again. So, the Imperium was, at this time, atheist. And anything superstitious, anything religious was shunned and destroyed. And this is very, very neatly shown in the book, The Last Church. And I'm going to probably do a whole video about The Last Church, because it is a very, very good story. So now with the Mechanicum of Mars and the Imperium together, they started to make great fleet ships for the Emperor, and the Emperor now, with his new warriors called the Astartes, the Legiones Astartes, he went about reclaiming humanity bit by bit. And also, more importantly, he needed his generals back, so he went off first and foremost to reclaim the Primarchs. And that's basically it for tonight. So I'm going to, if you guys seen the thumbnail on this video, it is an original drawing of a Thunder Warrior, not drawn by me. My best friend Mario Rosales. He is an excellent artist, and once he Once he gets his art page up or Facebook up, I will put a link down below so you can check out his art. And yeah, the next videos I make will be about the Primarchs. They all have just very amazing and unique backstories. I want to make a video of each. So thanks for listening and have a good night.